the first time tonight, actually on the 7-leg octopus map, it is Catalina.
I love that intro, by the way. I just gotta say that. Like, every time you say that, I think it's so funny. That it's a 7-legged octopus.
That's what it is. It just is. That's like, it always reminds me, have you ever like read the whole story of the guy that tried to pay a bill by sending a picture of a spider?
I've never heard that in my life.
It's awesome.
Okay, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, go.
You can take us in. Mr. Endersword, sir, take us in.
All right. Over here on the left-hand side of the map, we have representing Team Gravity. It is our Protoss player, Poizon.
And his opponent in the 5 o'clock spawn position of of Catalina. What?
Yep. Her.
Oh, I'm sorry. Her opponent. I was not paying. I know. Poisonous Girl was not paying attention. Simply. In the 5 o'clock position, her opponent in the purple trunks. It is representing Blizz, please, Trigonal, and also ASL. My apologies about her.
Happens. So yeah, we got the hatchery coming down. Had the Nexus first forge, making the cannon. Very key to make the cannon. 6 lings are coming across.
Yeah, and I mean, Poizon. So Poizon doing the much more normal Forge Fast expand into this, and I think it's a lot better of an idea, especially on Catalina. Even though it is a 3-player map, 4-player map is optimal, but it is a 3-player map. These lings will get in. This will be a hassle, but I don't think it's actually a big deal. Now, it could spiral into a big deal quite quickly, but now that the cannon's up, she should be okay.
Yeah,
and I think Poizon
will actually go after the cannon directly, but then not commit to it. So that's a bit of an issue. If 6 lings with speed were just in there, but now that it's 3 lings with speed, that's not as big a deal.
Yeah, 3 lings definitely not as big as a deal. Poizon wants to be careful that she doesn't lose anything, and actually taking off from. Oh, actually no, putting probes into gas now. I thought she took off, but nothing blocking that off right there, and lings got in. Oh wait, there's a strange little gap.
Yeah, Trig loving to run his stuff back into the cannon range too. Interesting.
Yeah, Trig trying to do as much damage as he can done here. Back at his base, he does have the natural up in 1 gas, which is what he got the speed from, and he's looking good right now, and Morling's even more coming, and Poizon has not kind of redirected that ling. Morling's getting into the main base and going after these probes. This is not looking too good for Poizon. Finally, Poizon puts down the pylon, but this is a little bit late. I think Mothership 4 is coming out, and 12 Morling's on the way.
10 probes already killed with this. What started off as very innocuous, was able to spiral a little bit. Even had it completely under control, actually, for a while, but now coming down really single file with the probes, and these ones are going to get cleaned up here as well.
Yeah, and these lings finally will get cleared up, but I mean, so many workers down so far, but 15, still,
17.
Trigonal playing strong here.
Would be 18. Yeah, 18 workers killed, and we're 7 minutes into the game. That's not good. Generally. There's still 15 left alive. Like, you do always have to factor in the fact that there were so many lings that every 2 lings is not a drone.
Yes, I agree with you on that, but still at the same time,
it's still way ahead.
Yeah, it's the issue is it takes so long to do the workers. So it's really, I think it's actually. I understand you lost a lot in that, but it's more okay now you don't have that income, which then the other way you can kind of compensate for that. And yes, that wall, that gap in the wall was so strange.
Yeah, it's because it was I think a Zealot in perfect position holds it, but a probe is not quite. It's weird. You can glitch things out. This just full-on frontal assault here. We'll eventually get this pylon down on the other side. There's no sentry out yet. Lings.
Yeah, these lings finally getting in again, and this is looking worse and worse for Poizon. GG Trigonal takes game 1. Is the Lazarus match for the night. in the top spawn position of Vonnie Research Station, currently boasting up 1 game versus his opponent. It is playing for Edgydank Gaming / ASL / Blizz Please Hire Us. It is the Purple Zerg, Trigonal. Sorry, the tag.
Indeed. So edgy, so dank. Down here in the middle of the map, at the bottom, it is our green Protoss player from Team Gravity. That's probably why she is at the bottom of the map. It is Poizon.
Yeah, starting off, it looks like she's gonna do another gateway expand. Now, we could see, actually, no, she's gonna do Nexus first. Straight up Nexus first on Vonnie Research Station. You know what? It's not a terrible move. I can see it, like, it's not a terrible move. It's got definitely, it's maybe a little bit hard to hold, but I think she's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Pretty much. It's like the easiest one to hold this on because a single building basically walls this off, particularly since she actually went for the pylon as part of the wall. And then the forge actually with this as well. Again, though, actually kind of building in a weird way where, I don't want to say tempting fate, but building in the way that's hard to wall off with a single unit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. And like we saw in game 1, she literally, she literally did lose because of that one probe was just a strange position I've never seen before. And yes, right now, for Trigonal, I mean, going to those 3 bases where I think he's really comfortable. This Roach Hydra style, you can do off of 2 bases, but it's a little bit hard, especially with Larva, to kind of keep that going. And I mean, you can say that about a lot of different styles, but I think especially Roach Hydra, it's a little bit scary to do. But on 3 bases, it's really going to help. And I mean, on Vonnie Research Station, especially when you take the 3rd base first, number 1, you have speed right off the bat in that area to defend. Number 2, spine crawlers. So it's just, I've prepared himself very, very well.
Yeah, it should be pretty easy to hold this. And I'm not sure what Poizon is developing to. Okay, well, that's a little mistake. Six workers onto gas. She'll pull 3 off in a second once she realizes. There they go. Yeah, but double gas being taken actually, and double gas being taken with 2 gateways before even the cyber core is down, and there is a probe out on the map over on the left-hand side. So this could be a proxy kind of high-level tech. This is the type of thing you might do if you're going to proxy DT, proxy blank, proxy a Stargate. Yeah. Something like that.
The pylon should have already gone down by now if she was going to do this.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, she just got up to 150 each time, then makes the pylon, makes whatever at home, and then it goes down. And right now, though, even if she is trying to hide something at the moment, Trigonal's got overlords by the main base of her and by the natural. He should be able to go in for a little bit of a poke and spot what he needs. And I mean, it kind of looks like it's going to be some sort of, I don't want to say it's going to be rushed, but it's just safe gateway play. I think it's exactly what she's going for.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that as well, that it's not, and it is kind of, I think, more consistent with what we've seen in the past, that it's just kind of a defensive play, and that there's not going to be any actual attack out of this. The mothership core is kind of coming out in front, just to see if anything is mounting up out there. And yeah, everything about this does start to feel defensive.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Now it's going to be key whether she stays too offensive or goes for a 3rd and really kind of turtles up on that. But for now, we're not going to know. I mean, that the mothership core is out. Obviously, your opponent cannot get maybe get Hydras yet, but that's like the craziest Hydra rush ever. So right now, that mothership core pretty much undetested. And for scouting purposes, is there a Baneling bust coming? Is there a Ling coming? And that's exactly what she wants to be doing. Now, Trigonal, I mean, metabolic boost up, going to layer, and these Lings really are only the preliminary, okay, I need to be a little bit safe, I can't be too greedy Lings. And I think that's good. And also, for Poizon, there is the proxy pylon. Now, she is adding on 2 more gates here. I think she may be going for some pressure, but it's definitely not overtly aggressive. It's a I'm going to wait up, I want to be careful because I'm down 1 game. But definitely, I will be going for pressure, and she's going to, I think, solidify that really well.
Yeah, and there is the Robo and the Twilight coming with this, so clearly the tech is going to go a fair bit higher. It's not going to be an all-in here, or you wouldn't be getting tech like that. Lings are out onto the map taking a look around. They don't know about the pylon on the left yet, but again, that can if that hits, it can only hit with the 4-gate, so that's not that big of a deal right now.
Yeah.
But this is more. I'm going to move out and take the 3rd slowly.
Yeah, and Poizon actually denied that Overlord coming in to scout it, and that's exactly what you're saying. I'm going to move out and take this 3rd slowly, and I think that's an excellent thing to do. But looks like Ling's actually going to get to the main base. Barely not getting the main base. Sell it ready. I think, okay, Poizon does have the Robo-Band, goes going for Blink, so kind of like we saw out of Bradadian. I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering it again. Bradadian, thank you. Yeah. He was doing it, also getting the Robo, but actually this time maybe skipping that natural base. And especially Poizon at 1,000 minerals. I want to, these warp gates better be, but she's supply blocked at 1,000 minerals, wow. That's an intense thing that may not be game ending, but that's huge, especially when she had a Robo-Bay down and 500 gas. That would be 6, 7 Zealots, an Immortal, and +1 upgrade possibly.
Yeah, it really blunts any attack that may have come there, and there was an opportunity potentially to poke it. That, 3rd base, that's really the natural. We'll find these Overlords, actually 4 Overlords over on the right-hand side. That's going to be a feast, and throw the supply block right on Trig, who is making 8 Overlords right now. Yeah,
he is literally supply blocked 30 supply right here, and where are those doing?
What were they doing?
Where are those doing?
Definitely drunk. Definitely drunk.
Definitely. I don't know if you've seen him drunk, Poizon drunk. Just like, yeah. I mean, I don't think he was. He was casting pretty well before. Now Poizon's moving on to this creep, and even though I was saying before that.
Behind the natural here, 4 Zealots got in, killed some workers. But yeah, the Ling's going the other way.
Oh. Yeah. Even though I was saying that Trigonal would probably have some pretty good creep spread, didn't really end up, even though he took that kind of aggressive natural there. These roaches they may actually get, there's an observer right there in the force field. Trigonal's blocked out of his own base. There is some Hydras, but they're going to go down pretty well, but the 3rd base of Poizon did go down. I don't know if it was canceled or not, and Link's into the main.
It was not canceled. It didn't look like, just straight up died. There's enough Hydras in here. I expected the recall. Yeah, okay. I expected the recall as soon as that turned dicey. Did last a fair bit longer, so that will hurt, as a lot of very high entry energy sentries were lost. The Lings are still in the base of Poizon, still going after workers here. 15 probes have been killed this game, or this attack, by Trigonal, and stops at 16 before that is cleaned up. That was a devastating strike.
Yeah. And even though Poizon played really, really well, got into the main, and made a little bit of something happen, not really great, but I'm a little bit scared for her because of the fact she lost her 3rd and is now doing Dark Shrine. Now, I feel like, yes, the Dark Shrine could be a very aggressive move, but I also feel like she's maybe playing it not too safely. As I was saying, I really liked what she did there, but I'm a little bit worried that she may play it too safely here.
Yeah, it's a potential option if you look at the way, and we commented really early on in the game that Poizon had taken 2 fully loaded gases really early, and there's now 1,500 banked up gas. That could be going into like high tech like this, like a Dark Shrine tech, and actually just kind of mass warping in 5 more sentries to replace the ones that were lost. But yeah, this could have been like a little smoother in getting these sort of things out. A lot of potential mining went into gas that certainly didn't have to. That maybe could have gotten the expansion sooner, gotten more gateway units sooner to defend, or something along those lines. But when the Dark Shrine does, well, it is finished now. So when it starts to warp in DTs, that could definitely be a swing, but it's an uphill battle right now.
Definitely, I completely agree with you. Now, there's so much gas right there. Kind of day 9. I don't remember what daily this is, but he's basically like, you make 1 DT, okay, let's get some damage done. 2 DTs, like, this better get some damage done. 3 DTs, like, oh crap, I need to get damage done. It's kind of your methodology or thinking right there. And for Trigonal, off the bat of this, great on 4 bases. 4th base is done, not quite saturated, but I mean he's going into Swarm Host. Now, as he says every time I cast with him on this map, this is a Swarm Host map, especially with Missile and Ground 2/2 on the way. This is gonna be so scary to deal with his Poison at only 2 attack, no armor at all. And I mean, no Colossus, no Templar, maybe the DT's Archon, but it's gonna be scary to deal with because 10 Swarm Hosts are popping.
Yeah, and like you said, there's just behind on what the AoE is going to be, and it's Stalkers that keep getting warped in. Like you said, one DT did try and make its way across the map, but obviously gets shut down there. Yeah, the AoE is going to have to be Colossus, but then a supply block here is the second one is trying to come out, and that's going to supply block for quite a while. No pylon started yet.
Yeah, definitely no pylon started yet. Finally, the pylon. And Poizon's getting out these Colossus, but I'd like her to have a lot more than she has right now, especially with the amount of gas that she had, because yes, okay, you have situations where you don't quite have enough minerals, but you should kind of allow for that. And I think maybe she shouldn't commit to these Stalkers as much. She does have Blink, though, so I would like to see her with these Stalkers maybe go for some maybe try to do some run-by attacks, and especially, I mean, there's Lings here by Trigonal, but I think she should really, as Protoss, it's hard, but take a little bit more map control. It is very hard, but it pays off so well if you can do it as Protoss.
And Trig is kind of, and we saw this sort of come with Tiazo earlier as well, I think. Trig, despite wanting to be the Swarm Host, there's not really any creep to speak of. So this is going to have to be done completely off creep, which can be dangerous. I think he's fine because he's so far ahead, but it is dangerous when you get them off creep because you can't retreat in the same way if you get overwhelmed.
Yeah, especially versus Blink Stalkers, but Trigonal does have the nice thing that Poizon only has 2 of these Colossus. We see Locust moving into the right-hand side, not getting a ton of damage done, not killing anything, but taking up a lot of the attention of this army. Trigonal, a little bit of not a great run away from there, but this is what you were talking about right there.
Yeah, right here.
These blink forward.
Blink forward.
Only picks off 1. I'd love to see Trigonal's main army kind of move down and defend the flank of these Swarm Hosts, but I don't know if we're going to see it. Poizon is completely out of position though. His main army, Colossus, not really with the Stalkers though.
The blink forward again, catching the Swarm Hosts, turning back around. They're all getting slaughtered. Will land here. There's no actual observer with this, but that's okay. With 2 Swarm Hosts left, the splash will kill one of them with 3 hit points.
Yeah, and finally, I mean, a couple of these actually 0 Swarm Hosts getting away. I was going to say 1, but no Swarm Hosts gets away, and Poizon pushing really, really hard here. Even though she was down a lot, she's trying to get back into the game. There's still a couple of lanes for Trigonal on the right-hand side. I'd love to see them go for a run-by, and tons of Stalkers. Poizon is completely capitalizing off of this. We see Trigonal attempting to get 4, I don't know if it was 7. It was 7 Vipers when he originally made them. Now not 7, but trying to push out as many Vipers as you can. Trigonal, what are you doing there, man?
Yep, giving the oh shit, and yeah, definitely that's kind of played off.
Poizon like, told you so, bro.
Is he gonna? He just killed his own.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was great.
I think he knew that was gonna happen anyway.
Oh wait, A move! No, attack move! Don't move, command! No, what are you doing? Oh!
I don't know.
Oh, and he shifted. Oh wait.
Yeah.
And, lots of nice blinding clouds, but not.
If that was a collapse, if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Vipers were meant to be not Vipers. I don't even think the fact that they were Vipers was necessarily wrong. On game number 3, we are here on Deadwing to decide who is going to make it into the consolation match. Up here on the top right-hand side of the map, we have our green Protoss player. It is from Team Gravity, Poizon. Yeah,
and spawning in the bottom position of Deadwing, it is representing ASL, Liz Please, and Edgy Gaming, Trigonal.
And we've got the shape up of a Forge Fast Expand yet again, actually going for Forge and Gateway immediately. The probe on the other side of the map trying to delay this hatchery from going down actually drops the pylon. And that's a pretty good map to do it on because the other two bases are kind of a little further out there. So if they try and take a third, it's a little rougher. Speed is started immediately for Trigonal. 4 lings on the way. 6 lings on the way. Mm-hmm. And this is actually pretty heavy opening for Poizon so far. We've got the Forge, a Photon Cannon, 2 gateways, the blocking pylon, a lot of minerals being spent in the non-Nexus areas. And even right up to the, right up to the Cybernetics core, you need gas for that. Because if you make, it won't be ready to make something, but that's okay. Mm-hmm. And Trigonal does go for the third base out at the farther position as he didn't want to wait for the pylon, and I bet he ends up potentially taking that third anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably going to take this natural and go to third, as you were saying, pushing lings across the map. Metabolic boost is just about done, but I mean the cannon is already there, and I'm kind of liking, even though it's very defensive, I actually like this double gate expand from Poizon that she's been doing. I think it's kind of it's innovative, it's different.
Yeah, the only thing again I don't like is the Cybernetics core doesn't need to be there because it's done, but it's going to be like 20-30 seconds before she can do anything with it, because you can't get, if you start a Cybernetics core before your gas starts, you can't have 50 gas.
Yeah.
So there's never a reason to put it first.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was literally this completes a wall or something crazy like that. But anyway, it's going to smooth out regardless, and a Mothership core is coming out now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Mothership core will be able to at least kind of attempt to box out these lings. Obviously, there's going to be too many lings here really to do that, but I don't think they can come through that cannon. And I mean, I was going to say, I'd almost like them to try, but they will go for this Forge here, and one gets through.
One get in.
Trig sees that and goes all the way. Probe actually has to be pulled back, and very nice wall in, but this cannon will be attacked by these lings. Maybe Trigonal's going to take this with, I mean, honestly, I'd feel a little bad for Poizon if she loses to both because of that.
I kind of do, but I also kind of feel like, didn't we learn that lesson? The probe.
Trig, I saw it. No, he went in, then came out and saw one lane got in, then was like, oh crap, hey, Trigonal, GG!